Oh man, Gil, I can't believe you just backed into this fucking car. Wait, they might not notice. Oh, jeez.
I realized
what?
Damn.
Do you even have a driver's license?
You fucked up again, man. What's your fucking problem?
I think Gil doesn't even have a driver's license.
Why me? Why me?
Maybe you should just leave a note on the windshield.
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
All
Let's go. Come on, Danny, now. Let's go.
All right.
Walking down the Camino, I was starving for young people we know. No one talks but to weigh in against us. No one comes but to be somewhere else on the next side. I forget who could bring up the birthrights. I forget who could break up a cat fights. I forget who would touch in the high chairs. I forget who could talk us down out of our nightmares. 20 times happier than the youngest man. To the heaven we really fight. And then what the God is saying, be your only dream. I can tell that the industry's ravaged. I can steal gasoline like a savage. Sell it up if it isn't a can good. Break the 12-string acoustics to pieces from my wood. I can tell that you cut through the chatter. I can tell that the critics would scatter. I can tell by intangible somethings. I can tell by your preference and smugness and jumping. Suddenly you could have been. These are dogs for me to break. You're accusing the summer gods. How to wreck. She's your little thing I just want to take. With the facts of Red Cena, what to do with two heroes in one plot, what to say to two Johnnies who showed up on one side. Something I'm really fond of when you write it on something new. And that's the difference you make between taking you. That's the difference you make between taking you. That's the difference you make between.
Driving through Idaho, really late at night, we listened to Houses of the Holy. And it was totally religious for all four of us. So that last performance and this next song, coming out of that.
The crunch.
No. Not the
We were so inspired, we went up on a high hill and held up some naked children.
expression, fit of depression right now. The creature stirs, must be depression, fit of depression right now. Shake when I'm empty like a bowl full of sacrifice, fit of depression right now. Hung by the chimney to signify, simplify, fit of depression right. What wants to be, what talks to me, fit of depression right now. What wants to be, what works through me, fit of depression right. And if I'm wrong in my impression, fit of depression right now. That's only love, not self-possession, fit of depression right now. And the two examiners to slam in your face of faith, fit of depression right now. Stockings worn by the sonic waves of gravitate, fit of depression right. What wants to be, what talks to me, fit of depression right now. What wants to be, what works through me, fit of depression right. And gentle into my contrast, see as reflected by fit of depression right. What wants to be, what talks to me, fit of depression right now. What wants to be, what works through me, fit of depression right. Fit of depression right, fit of depression right, fit of depression right, fit of depression right.
Where are we? We're in Wisconsin, and I made a drawing.
Would you like to show us your drawing?
Yes. Would you like to go? Here we go.
Oh, it's very beautiful.
It's me, and look what I can do. Ready?
Are you angry?
No, I just want to go home.
Father, you know that I don't mean disrespect, but the house is waiting, I don't wanna be there when they collect. The crowd is writing days couldn't last, smoking courtesy cigarettes and rolling up the tinted glass. You're smart enough to make the numbers appear, the way the shouts around the table wanna hear. But when it's over and the life we know is done, what will you say you're idiot son? What will you say you're idiot son? I dreamed that I was being chased overground. I was climbing over backyard fences on my way out of town. I dreamed that every place I came to was new, and my legs gave out as I cried out. I don't think we can still get through. And I saw real estate that I would not call a hat, and not a chance to see would fail to understand. But on the day that you know enough to run, what will you say you're idiot son? What will you say you're idiot son?
microphone experienced a sudden change in arousal level here. Let me fix that.
It's the enthusiasm.
There we go, all right.
It's intimidating.
mighty long way down Rocket Road.
I want to be bent over. Watch.
There you go. There you go, Overend.
Thank you.
You and the glasses.
Wants
Wait, he told me about his metal band.
No, he was in
Well,
a
the goth band, same thing.
Oh, no, it's not. There are a lot of teens in the world.
Boston Rock called us the Godfathers of San Francisco death rock band.
Did you do some?
More spider webs up here. We played with Specimen once at the Ivy. They had spider webs everywhere. It's like, I didn't see how they did it. I assume it squirted out of a tube or something. I have some public access videos in the Black May. Public. And you get to see me dressed as a priest.
Wow.
As Boy Brad sings to me with a Boy George hat on. It's so stupid.
Oh.
And I look like I'm about 12, and I'm like, they had to teach me how to do that because I don't know what any of that is.
Because you're going to
So I'm
hell.
at this altar, and I'm like, and my ex-wife is out looking at me laughing. I'm just like, and Brad's like, Father, forgive me. Oh God, it's awful. And the really sick thing is, every now and then someone will say, they still play that every now and then. This is like 1982. I saw your favorite video. Father, forgive me.
Maybe I'm beside and saying something clever there. You can push against, they won't be forever. We're gonna have you round. All on this love, lay me out on your chest. Tuck your chin and wonder, was it rude to see this? Now it's just as easy. First you do the heart, like expensive people. I say, boy, I need to move on. But there's all the roads, living in the wicked. There's no painful wrong. Down here the street, feel the blood. I'm not a child, keep my space and even see almighty people be disgusted. Just by chance, maybe not more. We can touch before. Just by chance.
Thank you very much. It's been a great, great pleasure playing for you. Good night.
somehow everything was just perfect tonight. Everyone was just nailing it.
Oh, that's not
I
where
couldn't believe it. I fucked up a lot, but everyone else.
Wait, did you hear Kenny fuck up?
I'm sorry, did he say something? Because I've never heard those words come out of his mouth.
Gil?
The crowd thought it was awesome.
Yeah, good crowd.
I got lots of comments about how tight we were. And
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was a good show. I signed some things.
You signed anything?
Did you sign anything, Kenny? Today?
Just some blank checks or something.
Did you sign anybody's chest tonight?
I signed the president's speeches. No, not a thing.
Okay, and what was the first thing you...
The first thing I ever signed was in high school. I was in a band called Rock Bottom. I thought.
Were you a
the
Queen
name.
cover band?
We did covers and original, like these really awful Mandarin prog originals, but then stuff like Free Ride by Edgar Winter and
Yeah, you should bring one of those back to the band.
Hitch and Post.
Whip and Post.
Whip and Post. Hitch and Post.
It's kind of a gentleman.
I have a hard time remembering. And we had our first out-of-town gig in North Carolina. We went to Greenville, South Carolina, and played at a hairdresser's convention. And we didn't really know about what was going on with hairdressers at the time. But there were some girls at the show, and
Did you get paid in hairdos?
we got, I don't remember if we must have gotten paid because it was our first road trip. And this
What was
really,
your per diem?
we didn't know what that meant there. We're talking North Carolina, 1974. I didn't take Latin. Here's your money. Where's the Budweiser? We didn't talk like that either. That's more like Mr. Mooney. That's not Mooney. It's Mr. Howell. This guy is working so hard. It
kills you.
It kills me. But this really drunk hairdresser girl came to our hotel room in a bikini, flung herself on us, and made us sign her body. And we did. I don't remember her name. And we signed it. We got really drunk. Jamie Hoover, who, bless his heart, if he ever sees this thing, ended up puking all over himself. We stuck him in the bathtub, turned the water on, and he was like that for hours. And the next day we went home. And nobody got screwed by anybody.
I was with a bunch of friends who had a compilation called the Enigma Variations. I guess it was around 1985. And we were driving north of San Juan Capistrano. And I heard a bunch of relatively middling songs, and then a song called 24 came up, and I was kind of begging them for a replay of that song. And then I had to do a little research and find out that an album called Real Nighttime existed, and I snagged it. Wonderful album. And since then I've been, a fan.
I heard Andy in 10 Years from Lolita Nation on the Georgia State station, WRAS, and that was the first song I ever heard. And it stood out on the set of songs they were playing. I said, okay, I've got to find out what song this is. And they came back and said Game Theory. So I went to the CD store a couple of weeks later, saw Lolita Nation. I didn't buy it then, but it was like on my list. Then like a month or so later, a guy in my office had it and loaned it to me. So I took it home and listened to it a couple of times, and I was hooked.
In my hometown of Mobile, Alabama, there was a college station that was playing songs from the Big Shot Chronicles. And I ran out and bought it, and that's where it all started.
I heard Erica's Word many years ago, and it was many years later that I finally heard about the Loud family, and it was from this guy here.
I'm asleep and awake at the same time. Not a drunk driver, just a driver, just here for a brand new licorice asphalt. Get off out of courtesy, you Elm Street crawlers, and leave crazy men room to die. Must be the approach of light speed at sea, ends before the starts. What it's like in prison, and the good and bad reasons for laws, the excuses, then the outcomes, then the cause. The car, her hand to me without her. Car and not her hand. The miles per hour and not the miles and not the hours. The wheel and not the right or left direction. The wheel and not her hand. The freeway, not the place the freeway goes. The driver, not the man.
You're obviously a very big Loud Family Game Theory fan because this is the third show of the tour you've been to. And what was your first experience hearing Game Theory or the Loud Family?
I was in college in the middle 80s, and...
Where were you going to school?
I was going to school in Central Illinois, and I heard the song on the radio station, local. I heard, I think it was 24 off of Real Nighttime. And I never saw Game Theory. I was in Illinois. I never saw them until I came back to California in 1988. But since then, I've been to a lot of, like about 50 or 60 Game Theory / Loud Family shows.
Wow. What's and now this tour, you're from San Francisco. You drove up or took the train to Portland?
Yeah, I flew up to Portland and then I took the train to Seattle, and I had plans to visit to make the shows on the East Coast. I was just because there was talk that this was the last Loud Family tour since it's the end of their contract and everything, and I wanted to get a full experience, so I was going to go to the East Coast. And this show in Cleveland, I just decided to come to because it was the night before the shows in New York and Boston.
Right. Did you fly to Cleveland?
I flew to Cleveland yesterday, yeah.
Now I heard you missed a train somewhere along the way. Is that true?
Yes, I did. I was out, we were doing breakfast with the band on Saturday and I missed a train. I caught a later train, but it was...
And it was at the Dutch Baby's Pancake place?
Yes, it was.
And what did you have?
I had, let me see, I had the 2x4. I had 2 eggs and 4 pancakes.
Excellent. And so far, well, the Cleveland show hasn't happened yet, and I will say the shows have been getting better. But between the Portland and Seattle ones, which was your fave?
Of the two, I think I liked the Portland one. It was the first one, and I was really surprised to hear the song Waist in the Knees. There was a guy behind me, and like Scott started the first two notes, like dun dun dun, and he was like, "All right, Waist in the Knees."
Society, and shall not be allowed to lost to that. pleasure, impulse bite, poor sportsmanship, break the multi-headed. Things that turn is always to tell. You remember by the other side, no one wins by being unreasonable. Every single no one's like another train. Come to simple, you can dress as you like, there's no place you go. Going out and no one leaves. Going cold and most don't freeze. Going cold and empty freeze. Take a blanket, the waste of these. Fly across the table and but there's still none else to stop. No one knows how to make it stop. I hope I can work.
like to thank Allison for that piano solo that she wrote for that song. If I could play piano, that's what I'd play.
Well, been a fan of Scott's for years and years and years since I was in college. Also, almost from hearing 24 on the Enigma Variations, although I did hear him before that, but that was the clincher. So I know that was a clincher for a lot of people. Big fan, knew he was out in the Bay Area, but I wasn't sure, you know, what his deal was. And then the Loud Family started playing again, and so Chris and I would go see the Loud Family, and sort of, I talked to Scott here and there, but I was really shy and kind of nervous to talk to him and stuff. And then we did a show with Vinyl Devotion, which was Shalini's band. And so he was there just hanging out, and so that was when we really kind of chatted a bit and became friendly, I guess. And then I was getting ready to do my record release party for my single, which came out, the Scientist single. And so I called him to see if he would want to do a record release party with the Loud Family would play, and I would play at the Utah. And he said, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And so we did that, and then I arranged another like songwriter night. It was sort of my, you know, ingratiating myself with Scott. Like I had booked all these shows, and then I booked a show where it was Scott and me, and maybe John Mormon. It was like a songwriter night, and that was great. And so when we became really good friends then, and then someone told me, I guess Chris's friend Patrick found out on the chat list thing that Paul Weinecke, whatever, however you pronounce it, was leaving the band. But then, you know, I just thought, what the hell, you know, I know Scott, so I'm just going to go ahead and send him an email and just say, you know, what's up? And so I sent him an email and said, you know, what are you going to do? What are you looking for? And it was really sweet. He wrote me back and he said, you know, if I could find someone just like you, that would be what I was looking for. So it was really nice. And so I joined the band, and I told him, you know, at first I said, I've really only ever played piano. I've played a little bit of organ and keyboards, but not much. I didn't know anything. And I knew Paul was like this real technological wizard at all these keyboard things. And, you know, he was just really encouraging and said, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. And I did. I just kind of made it work with the keyboard that I had. I just came up with crazy stuff. First, I had to learn all of Paul's old parts.
You had to learn Inverness.
And Shelley's old parts. And that was really fun, though, because then I got to know what sounds they used and what styles they were doing. And then when it came time to write stuff, it was really fun because I was just totally experimenting, and I would just find a sound that sounded weird or cool, and we'd just go with it. And it was very... and Scott was never, he you know, occasionally he would have an idea and just say, oh, I hear this sound, find the sound that sounds like this, you know, like some analog synth thing or whatever, but usually it was just kind of, I'd come up with something cool and I'd play around and he'd be like, oh, that's good, do that. And so it's been really, it's opened my horizons quite a lot musically. As a member of a band and as a musician, I'm a lot better player than I was. I sing harmonies now, which I never did before. And so.
How do you like working with Gil and Kenny?
Oh, it's great. They're great. They're totally great. Kenny is just amazing resource for just technical knowledge of music. He just knows everything. And it's really great when you're trying to figure out what something is, what kind of chord it is, what works, what doesn't, what the intervals are with what you're doing. I mean, he's just like right there. Beautiful bass playing. And Gil is just the most unique drummer I've ever played with. He's very, he comes at it from a much more melodic sense of drumming. So it's like, he's sort of playing off melody parts, and he's playing these very melodic kind of things rather than just, you know, he's keeping the beat, plus he's sort of just very fluid and interesting, just different. He has his own really, really unique style, which I really appreciate. I've never played with anyone quite like that.
This is called The Apprentice in Alice. Is this Allison? No.
That's how we remember who he is.
And that's Gil back there on the drums. It occurred to me that this was find the phantom words in the set of lyrics that aren't really there. The last one was Grovlocks. If you heard Grovlocks in the last song you won, and in this next song, if you hear the words, "Oh baby, I got such a stem," you win.
What do they win? I don't know.
Oh, you know.
Actually, a friend asked me to ask you about Regenrasen, but we can talk about it.
That would be the second place.
I see. The Loud family on WFMU.
Like a teenager's eyes, cold heart struck, mean that you would be this careless with one that's in your hands. Oh baby, I guess I just am. Oh baby, I guess I just sunshine carry all around with you. Could you be so close to share? Oh baby, I guess I just am. Oh baby, I guess I just am.
And we played with Game Theory in Sacramento. This place called the China Wheel or the China Wagon.
Were you from Sacramento? No.
Nope.
You were on tour?
San Francisco hair band.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember at the time we were really into the darker side. I thought, shoot, it's this wimpy twee band. Didn't like them. But then about a year later, I went to see Let's Active play somewhere at Berkeley Square, and Game Theory played right around the real nighttime peak, I think. And they blew me away. And the person that sent me in his direction, I quit the death rock band. And there's this woman, Kathy Cohn, who booked the I-Beam back in the day. And she called me one day and said, I hear Game Theory's looking for a drummer, you should check him out. So I called Scott. He was moving down to the Bay Area. We did a little...
Now, did he remember you as the death metal?
He may have remembered the band.
Did you do double kick in your death metal days?
No, same drum set. But I had hair. Lots of hair. There's even issues about my hair then. They would chase me with teasing combs, want me to tease my hair. I wouldn't do it.
No blowout picks or anything?
No, I would make my hair really small and I'd wear like Lacoste jock shirts and stuff while we played.
Wow.
But so he moved down here. I did a really rickety little audition with him and Shelly, and we were compatible. And he actually stayed with my wife and I for a while. We got him a job down here, I can think of it.
Down here in the basement at Maxwell's?
Down in the basement at Maxwell. And he's still washing dishes here to this day. And that's how I met Scott Miller.
And so you got the job?
I got the job.
Were you the only person who applied?
I think so.
That was funny. You still washing dishes.
LL Cool J? I think it was. Scott's changed a lot over the years. The first time I formally met him, I went to Shelly and Robert's apartment in Oakland. I knocked on the door, he opened it, and he kind of went, whoa. And at the time, I was almost the spitting image of Joe Becker. The same hair, the same. He said, God, you look just like a friend of mine, Joe Becker.
No, wait, Joe was the drummer.
Joe was a drummer,
who
but
replaced...
he was in Thin White Rope at the time. He was Scott's childhood buddy from way back when. And so I don't know if Scott hired me because of my drumming skills or the fact that I look like Joe Becker.
Yeah, well, interesting.
Which ain't a bad thing to look like. I wish that I could still look like Joe Becker.
And how did you get back into the Loud family?
Robert Torn and I blundered onto the Loud list.
Were you drunk?
We were something.
Were you drunk and belligerent? Were you posting?
Well, it was more like, yeah, we were posting, and it was just like, all of a sudden, for 8 years, I didn't have an audience at all. All of a sudden, here was an audience where I could just type. And it's an ego thing. It's like, oh, hi, talk to me, oh, hello. And I noticed.
And you said, Joe Becker's no Gil Ray. Don't you all agree? Signed anonymous.
I did not do that. I said...
you dictated to Robert and he did it.
No, what we did, we told old game theory stories, and they seemed to like the stories, and it was fun recounting all that. And the Loud family had just gone out on tour, so they weren't there. Yeah,
they weren't there to defend themselves?
Yeah, they weren't there to defend themselves. And I noticed how much people on this weird cyber thing really love the music kind of thing. It's all about the music. And
because it's certainly not about the hair anymore.
It's not about the hair, and it ain't about
so
the
Scott has maintained.
It's a wig.
Oh.
It's a Steve Wynn wig.
Steve Wynn brand? Can you get that through the Zsa Zsa Gabor catalog?
We would be great in Europe, don't you think? Oh, midlife crisis. That was another prime thing. I was heading towards 40. I said, I better do something now and do it quick or something. We're going to end up like Spirit.
You missed your $20 per diem.
I missed my
like,
$20
where
per
can I
diem.
get in on that again?
I did miss the beer. I didn't miss the food that much. And I certainly didn't miss riding around in stinky, very stinky stinky little van. But,
It's not so stinky.
Oh, it has been this tour, hasn't it?
There was some mystery stink yesterday happening.
There's been some disease floating around in the van. But that's okay, it wasn't me. It's weird when something like that happens in the van. I know everyone's mind is going, they all think it's me. It's that old incontinent man Gil. The old bald farting Gil. But it wasn't me, Stimpy. It wasn't me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Spending nights on carpets like the new Brea targets. Fell from grace with those who say who gets into bed. Counting foreign hours, you like Francis Gary Powers. Trying to face the charges with a face of regret. And build new wealth systems based on cigarettes. And look like we're crumbling, and nice when I want something. I don't make a move before I know who would see. Oh, I leash so tightly, get upset with me so rightly. Something here is wrong, I'm all for saying it's me. I'm all for looking nice for company. We don't smoke, we don't even smoke. There isn't even a haze of good excuses in the room. We don't lie, we don't qualify. We're more silence than a need to drag our suitcase in the room. We don't think this frozen spite is what we would have chosen. Circumstances pulled us from all the nature as friends. But this is home, this is where we spend weekends.
Thank you. Well, we had a cover version that we were doing in the set. It was Tearjerkin. Hope you heard it a couple nights ago at Maxwell's, but we promised all new material tonight. And we were thinking, You know, what else can we do? We've already done an EB song. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Then, of course, Story in Your Eyes by the Moody Blues.
Do you know any Rush?
Yeah, I know a lot.
Do you know Vitor the Snow Dog? Away from here.
Excellent.
Goodbye, my dear. But shit isn't coming, and I just can't pretend.
How about wow.
I know all Rush.
Wow. All Rush.
Do you know Vitor the Snow Dog?
Yeah.
I don't, but I just love the name.
Wow. And Snow Dog, prepare for battle. Let the game begin.
Wow.
Wow.
Shortly after I got a computer in like '95, Karen, my girlfriend, read in the San Francisco Chronicle that there was this mailing list for fans of the Loud Family, and she knew that I was a fan of the Loud Family already because she'd heard me talk about going to some of their shows and stuff. So I figured out how to sign up for the list, and right after that, I found out there was a website. I went to the website, and I saw in the news section that Rob had left the band. So I thought, well, that's good timing. And
That's after Tape of Only Linda?
Yeah, right. So this was like spring of '95. So I wrote to Sue and I wrote to Dennis to try and figure out how I should contact Scott. And then I did so, and the rest is history.
When did you first hear of Game Theory or the Loud Family?
A friend of mine in 1990 gave me a copy of Tinker's Daggers to Chance. And so liked it pretty much, and then figured out that Scott was local and he had this new band, The Loud Family, so started following him.
Carol and Allison. Thanks, Therese. Spot set up. The cover. 9 Live.
Hell, I think I heard one we can do.
Good evening. Tonight you've been listening to sounds of News from England. They have the biggest tour bus you've ever seen.
They have a huge tour bus for 3 people.
They're gonna be huge.
They're gonna be huge based on their tour bus, and didn't know a lot about them. And
But you will. It's like fucking Oasis, man. Fucking huge, right?
Yeah.
They're just doing a bit of, they're doing some small club dates, but they're gonna be huge.
Yeah, you can tell based on their press kit, which they have posted up here in the bathroom.
They get 4Ks in Korean.
And they get a B+ in Entertainment Weekly, so they're not doing so well on this side of the shore. But they, and over here we got the toilet.
Wet floor.
We got a very wet floor.
Let us just say
We
that
got
we're
a
at the in Washington D.C. and if any bands ever see this, don't play here. It's a total fucking pin. Then we headed to the scariest place in the universe, which is
Stupidsville, Virginia.
I still don't even know if it was Alexandria or Arlington. I mean, where were we?
Well,
We went,
obviously time and space mean different things there because we got directions to this motel. It was
like 15 miles away.
Right, at a cross street from which it was actually located 4 miles removed. It was 4 miles from the street it was supposed to be next to.
And not visible from the direction we were driving. We had to get lost, turn around, and then we saw it. It was like under construction.
Right, but to me that's minor compared to a 4-mile difference.
Right, it's at the junction of Route 1 and Mount Vernon Highway, which, and then it was just like another 4.5 miles beyond that.
So we get there. It's
such a pit.
It's one. How do we describe this type of hotel? It's sort of experimentally run. Maybe some whimsical franchising was done several years ago across America. Apparently, part of the experiment involved making the beds without washing the sheets and leaving all the body hair in the sheets.
Oh man.
We didn't
There
have
was
that,
long
because I
body
checked.
hair, there were short body hair.
Body hair from the middle of the body.
I saw mine, I opened my bed, I turned my bed down and whoa. But I decide, okay, Kenny's worse off than I am because he's dealing with bronchitis. I'm gonna just be quiet about this because maybe
Just gonna keep my pants on and go to bed.
the body hair you don't see won't hurt you. And so I just sneak into bed and I'm quiet. But I'm looking at Kenny, I'm looking at him from the covers. And he opens it up. And he just starts pawing at little pieces.
The teeming, skittering body hair.
I didn't even want to know what he was seeing when he was doing this, but I'm thinking,
He was probably
now I'm
hallucinating
thinking
at
about the
that
good bed. But I go in to take a shower, there's one towel, this rack of,
Oh,
that
they were like
spring-
cardboard.
That coil spring thing that they hold the towels, there's one towel stuck in the bottom. And I go, Kenny, there's only one towel. And he was very nice. He said, go ahead, you take it, and we'll deal in the morning. And so I took the shower, and we went to bed. About, would you say 8:45 in the morning? They start building a deck in the courtyard of the bold architecture, really. There's grassy area, like mown grass, and going diagonally, there's a path. In the middle, there's a deck, like one would find at the back of a house.
With picnic tables.
Leading to a mystery blood stain.
Oh god, yeah. Either someone had cut themselves up with a power or something, or there was a murder. The biggest swatch of blood smeared. It kind of went.
It was so awful. And then the maids, besides the construction noise, the maids were like, one of them was standing outside our door, and then one of them was on the first floor across the courtyard outside, and they were screaming to each other like from West Side Story, hey, what's going on? And finally I was like, looked out the door and I said, this is a motel and we're sleeping. Can you not scream? And
That's when the phone call started.
started calling Gil to see when we were checking out.
You have to leave now. It's the middle of the morning. You must leave now.
Can we sleep, wake up, and then go? I mean, it's.
I said
Pretty
something
basic much
incomprehensible. I figured, well, maybe he had information from you that the 3 rooms were together. Maybe y'all had worked out a deal when we checked it. Like, well, we got so late, maybe we can stay a little bit later. And so I'm just like going, well, you know, 203 and 208. Well, I'm with them. And he's just like, well, are you staying over or are you leaving? I'm like,
We're staying over till 9:30.
This next one's by one of my favorite bands of all time, the DBs.
Gonna cry now. Yeah, they're drinking the tears. And they've made up their mind. They're gonna be yours. Lots of things gonna change now. All the girls gonna smile now. Grinning from you. And they've made up their mind. They're gonna be yours. Lots of things are deranged now. Lots of things gonna change now. You can't take the photograph, take another one of those. You can't take off your clothes. Different colors on the bed, but don't take back what you said. Remember, I'll be here. Checking the tears. Is the room gonna shake out? Does the 24 years? And you're gonna that's if there's gonna change now. Are they moving in circles? Are they dancing in spirits? Cause they made up their minds. Lots of things are deranged now. Lots of things look strange now. You can't take a photograph. Take another one of those. You can't take off your clothes. Take the covers off the bed, but don't take back what you said. It's like this. When you're checking the tears.
I was in game theory, and in about 1991, Michael Corcio from the 3 O'Clock was playing with us, and he lived in LA. He kept saying he was going to move up to San Francisco, but never actually moving up to San Francisco. And we had to fly him up for any rehearsal that we did. So we would have this routine of doing a whole lot of rehearsals over a weekend, like 16 hours of rehearsal for the period of time he flew up, which was just kind of draining, and both he and we gravitated away from doing that and toward these sort of other projects. And my other project was the Loud Family, and the Loud Family just sort of became the main thing that I did. And the first Loud Family had a pretty different sounding lineup. It was the main difference was that there was Zach Smith on guitar, and it was very lead guitar oriented in the classic sort of guitar god sense. It was almost problematic to write a song that didn't have a part for a guitar that was much more prominent than anything that I played. So either my guitar would be sort of radically integrated in some obvious two-guitar thing, or mine just sort of didn't count. And that was okay, I can live with that easily, but it started to be, if anything, problematic in small clubs, because you have a lot of people, a couple of big guitar amps, and
that didn't seem to be a problem for the Muse.
Well, I will tell you the difference between the Muse and the Loud Family.
There's only one difference.
Well, no, I won't say that. Several differences have occurred to me in only these brief seconds, but suffice to say, we were no Muse, and that kind of fragmented after a while, and we got back to the 4-piece lineup, and Paul Winnicky eventually left too, and that was my cue to bring Allison into the fold, and Paul was great, and Allison is of course great. So
what do you think this lineup, what are the attributes that they sort of bring to your songwriting style?
Let's see. Well, member by member, Kenny is he's a much more dedicated musician than Rob was. Thank you. Rob was really a genius, and a lot of his input was in the programming and ideas area of it. A lot of the, like, say, the beginning of Plants and Animals, a famous record.
Would that be on the plant side of Plants and Animals?
He was plants, I was animals. It was pretty much that simple. There was a fancy computer cut between the first song and the second song being Sword Swallower, and Rob is the one who sort of wrote a program to make the sound do things in that way, and so a lot of Rob's contribution was non-obvious, kind of subcutaneous in that way, and Kenny is just a pro musician all the way. He his bass parts are always incredibly tasteful and just the right thing for the song. Kind of the same thing for the keyboard position. Paul was computer oriented, 20th century composition oriented. He actually had a PhD in electronic music from Stanford and was involved in their CCRMA program. He came up with, we would come up with parts that were sort of composed at the writing desk, to borrow a phrase from Martin Buber, rather than sort of in the arena.
I'm not familiar with his records.
Well, he was trip hop. And
was he on Maverick?
So it was a little bit of a case of technical going toward organic again in that case. Zach, compared to nobody, Now, that is a radical shift, believe me, especially volume-wise. But, Zach was...
But you're kicking out some hefty leads.
Well, thank you. That's nice of you to say, but, nowhere near as hefty as Zach's. I hope he's still doing music because he was a real talent, and it was sort of a strain to have him and me coexisting in one band. I'm really, really happy with the lineup I have now. If the industry is just so either hostile or uninterested that we can't put a record out in the future, that'll make me really sad, but I'm hopeful that we can.
And you didn't mention Gil.
Oh, of course. The Joe Becker Gill change, that was sort of, where I mentioned that the Rob Poor to Kenny change was sort of like smart person to not so smart person.
I should leave.
the Joe to give.
Is that your dinner?
Baklava. Just sweets, just for that extra energy.
Excellent.
The Joe to Gil change was, I would say, power drummer to finesse drummer. Especially because for a while Gil was kind of playing light because his back was bothering him. Now he's playing with more power, so it's less of a distinction. But Joe was a hard hitter. You would really know when he whacked a snare drum, and tended not to overplay if there was ever a decision not to overplay. Whereas I think Gil sees the opportunity for a little fill and goes for it. And they're both things that you accept and adjust to, and one isn't better than the other. But I'm just, like I say, really, really happy with this lineup that I have now.
anything, since Scott Miller is standing in the room, is there anything you would like to say to Scott Miller? Given that you've seen 50 to 60 Game Theory Loud Family shows.
I've been following this tour because I kept hearing, this is the last tour, this is the last album, and I really hope it isn't. That's all I have to say.
Is it true?
Oh, well, it's the last one of the ones so far.
That's not them.
See if you're running behind or lost. Or they're right there. That's them right there.
Where? Hey, all right. You can't turn here. This is one way, going that way. You can't turn. It's one way. No, don't turn here.
You know what a monkey pearl is? A monkey pearl. You ever get that weird little thing caught in the back of your throat? You know, like say you're eating sushi, a little eel bone gets back there, and it's one of those things where you want to go, and it won't come out. If you leave those in there long enough, they will turn into these things called monkey pearls.
What the hell is that?
Oh, it'll turn into this little round crystal.
Do you pass them?
No, you harvest them. You take them out and you sell them. This is a monkey pearl.
You cheap bastard, taking your money back.
We got paid. Wow, that wore my ass out.